Just see if this works. Can you hear me, Juan?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Juan?
Hello?
Yo, hello.
Oh, hello, friend. How are you?
Oh, hi. I think I'm full of chocolate.
Oh, my body is full of chocolate. What a great way to open this. What's up, guys?
What's up? We're just our audio wasn't working before we went on, so I was like, is this working?
Somebody please help me with the audio conferencing. Snap. We're live. What's up, everybody? Happy Hump Day.
So let's see.
What is
All right. What's going on, dude?
Not much, man. Just here with these big-ass glasses just hanging out.
Where the hell are you right now?
I am actually also at my parents' house, like yourself, but in Pennsburg.
Okay, cool.
I was just hanging out here, getting some things done, working. So I was like, you know what, fuck it, let's just do the live stream here in this tiger den.
Yeah, I mean it's almost as cool as Florida.
the tigers.
Yeah.
I mean, you got legit tigers. These are just on the wall, like.
Dude, so when we had Sam on the show 2 episodes ago, he basically taught me. I didn't know that Carol Baskin's place was like an hour north of here. So, but there's actually, like, I was surprised. My dad was telling me it's called Big Cat Habitat here in Sarasota.
Yeah.
Did they mention that on the show?
They did at the during the recap. They're like, we found out there's like 5 different big cat rescues throughout the country. Like, they changed it to like Big Cat Trademark or Big Cat like LLC, like something different, so that way they don't get sued by Carol Baskins or clawed by Carol Baskins.
Yeah, my dad was like, "Oh, well, they've been there since like I think they were there way before Carol Baskins."
Oh, I'm sure.
But that still wouldn't stop her from suing them.
Hell nah. And also, Carol, don't sue us. We love you.
Yeah, we love you. Don't cover us in sardine oil.
Yeah, please. We love you so much, Carol Baskins.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe that's a kink now.
What, sardine oil?
Sardine oil?
I'm sure it is in some country or some village or something.
In Florida, yeah, it's probably a kink in Florida by now, where they rub themselves in sardine oil and expose themselves to tigers. It's probably like some sort of sexual fetish by now.
You know what, man? More I'm thinking about it, I can only hope. If it's not, you know what? Everyone who's on right now, because I can't do this on my work computer. If you can go on Pornhub and just see a sardine oil porn's a thing yet, just let us know. Or along with the Turkish oils and all that weird stuff, just let us know what's going on out there in the porn world.
Yeah. Or if you need somebody to film it for you.
Oh. Ooh. Who would that be?
I don't know. I might know a guy.
I'm like, and the pitch? Redbeard Marketing will.
Redbeard Marketing. We want to film your sardine oil porn.
You heard it here first, folks. Luke's going completely off. But today we're not here to talk about sardine oil. Or your latest entrepreneurial endeavors. We're actually here. We have a great friend of mine. They're a bibliophile, a cafe file, overall lover of life. They're a Temple grad, a mother, a writer, a poet, a book publicist. They have their own nonprofit. They got everything going on right now. Soon we're gonna have my friend Jenna Facenda on here, talk about her latest book. Everything else is going to be coming up in the near future, her nonprofit and her website. Let's see if we're going to get her on here now, maybe. Gosh, my head is huge.
Boom!
There we go. Really digging the glasses, Juan.
I just found them, and I'm like, I'm totally got to wear these Bret Hart-looking glasses.
He's going snow skiing after this.
Okay.
Yeah, snow skiing, Luke. That's exactly what I'm doing after this.
I'm going water skiing. He's going snow skiing.
That sounds like a fun time.
It's a different kind of fun, But how are you, Jenna?
I'm good, hanging in there, COVID, fun stuff,
Yeah.
Learned my house really well.
About to say, I'm like, I became such a homebody during all this. I'm like, I don't even understand why I need to go outside.
Right? No, I took up this thing called like hiking now in nature and weird concepts, but I found it.
Yeah, I try to get out once in a while. People don't like, no, people, get away from me. You might have the COVID.
No.
Juan, we're getting a lot of microphone noise. You have like something blowing on your microphone?
I mean, besides my mouth, that's about it.
Okay.
I don't know that. Let me just put this down a little bit so you're not getting. Honestly, I should probably take the glass off. I can't see shit.
No.
So, all right, we good? All right, look.
Cool.
All right, word. Yeah. So enough of that great audio of me breathing. But
Perfect.
Yeah. Where you at right now, Jenny? You still in Manayunk, or where you at?
Yeah, I'm still in Manayunk, so that's where I am at now.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I like it. I dig it. It's a nice area, close to the city, so having fun.
Now, have you been there for since quarantine and everything?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
January, I made my way down here, and it was like a month of
wow.
fun, and then COVID.
You had no time really to just enjoy like let me go out and explore. Now it's like, let me stay in and go on my phone. I don't know what
they got trails, so I found those.
Okay. Oh, that's right. There's a nice trail there by the water and everything.
Yeah, like waterfall and stuff. It's cool.
Yeah, the SRQ is right there too, right?
The SRQ, what is that? You're gonna have to enlighten me.
Don't ask me what it stands for. I don't know, but it's the
trail. Regional Quail. I don't know.
Yes, that's exactly what it is.
Or the Quail Trail.
Yeah, it's the trail that goes down the river, like all the way out to like, I think it goes up to Redding.
That's Susquehanna. Yeah,
they call it the towpath. But yeah, it goes all the way down to Center City, and you can go all the way up to God knows where. If it really goes all the way to Redding, that's crazy.
They call it the towpath.
Yeah.
Man, you guys are okay. I've never heard that.
I could be wrong.
All right.
I'm thinking of the wrong thing.
Well, there is a towpath on so you're talking about the Schuylkill River Trail, right, Luke? The one that goes through Norristown and Phoenixville and go all the way to Redding and Wyomissing?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that one's gigantic. It's like 30 miles or some crap like that.
I thought they called it like the SRQ or something like that.
I think that was like that was the name of the project where they're trying to get the regional rail from Redding to Philly, and from Philly to Bethlehem. They made that triangle.
Right.
It was that project that was to be done in 5 years, and now it's like slated to be done in like 2050 or some crap.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Because of COVID.
Wow. Yeah, we need to get what's his name from Tesla to work on it.
I almost said, Nikola? No, he's dead. You mean Elon, Mr. Musk?
Elon. Yeah.
Elon.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, hook us up.
He'll like figure it out in a night. He'll be like, all right, we need to just do this. It'll be done in 3 months.
But what is it? Before we get into this, as tradition for the Bread and Butter Boys, Luke, what you drinking, dog?
I'm drinking a nice bowl of butternut squash.
Is that butternut squash? I just had some earlier, dude. Look at that. We're the butternut boys now.
We're the butternut boys. This episode of the Butternut Boys.
It sounds so bad. We talk about holistic gardening. Like,
I'm on vacation, so I didn't prepare like going to get a drink or anything. I don't even have like water on me. I was like pulling this out of the oven. I was like, oh shit, we go on in 2 minutes.
Water. You gotta drink water, Luke. Your body needs that shit.
I'm sorry. I'm letting you down, Juan. I'm sorry.
That's all right, man. After this, you better chug. I better see a video of you chugging water. Especially in that damn Florida. Well, actually, it's not that hot down there right now, is it?
Dude, it's way nicer down here than it is in Pennsylvania.
I was gonna say, like, you guys have the best weather right now that I've seen.
Right, and then like I was down here like what, a month ago, for like 2 weeks, and while I was down here was when you guys had that crazy storm where there were trees everywhere. Like, I come back
in Phoenixville were like trees. Every other car had a tree on it that day.
And the funny thing is, so like, I was gonna leave this last weekend, and my dad's like, "Oh, can you stay another week?" And I'm like, "Yeah, fine, whatever. I'll stay another week." And
glad you listen to your dad, because you avoided a shitstorm of shitstorms, apparently.
But the funny thing is, like, so that storm's coming in. I must have had like 15 people from Pennsylvania be like, are you leaving before the storm? Be careful. They were all worried about me. And I'm like, we're all right. I grew up down here. You just you take a kite outside while there's a hurricane. You know, it's no big deal.
I've seen those videos.
And you guys get the hurricane. I'm like, we're just like regular rain here.
It's like every other like city or town got it. Like Westchester got hit hard. My friends literally had a lake outside their apartment. I gotta send you the video. Both of you. It is remarkable.
Carly took some video of Downingtown, and it was like the whole street was covered. The whole park downtown was part of the river.
That's insane.
Yeah.
What was it? Myself right now though, I'm about to step into some Crown Royale here.
Ooh.
Put it in my coffee because I am a tired boy, man, child thing. And I just up all night looking at code, and I realized I probably should go to bed. It's 4 a.m.
Yeah, I've been doing a lot of nights like that where I'm just like up and I shouldn't be.
What about you, Miss Facenda? Oh, is that just white wine?
No, tequila.
Oh, tequila! Hell yeah! What kind of tequila?
Your hump day. I have no clue how to pronounce it for the life of me. How do you?
Are you drinking tequila like straight right now?
No, with ginger ale.
Oh man, I was gonna say.
I mean, I would not put it past you.
Well,
to be fair,
he doesn't need to know him like that.
No. I think you enjoy tequila. Now that you obliterated with tequila.
I do enjoy tequila.
Yeah, I mean, I know you. You could just drink it straight up like it's nothing.
I'm not judging because I am like that.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, if anybody here.
Yeah. I did some things I should not have done like 3 weeks ago because somebody gave me 2 shots of tequila in my margarita slushy and I didn't know.
It's a good problem to have, I guess.
Right.
Depending on what you do. What was it? I bet if you look in like the freaking like dictionary and see Luke as the poster boy as hedonism. Like,
I'm just leaving it at that. We're not getting into that story.
Oh no, we don't have to. That's for Bart and Butter Boys after dark, whatever we're trying to make. It's just you and me shirtless talking about.
That's for our OnlyFans page.
Oh right, that's for our OnlyFans page.
Yeah.
Go ahead and grab your link, guys.
Yeah. Well, we weren't. Yeah.
You know, maybe episode 100 we'll do it.
You gotta promote yourself.
Yeah. Exactly.
True. Gotta pay them bills. Gotta make that money.
Mm-hmm. And if people want to see my glorious man boobs, and by God, I gotta give the people what they want, you know. And this glorious mustache I decided to keep.
Dude, that mustache is killer.
Thank you, man. I was so happy when I shaved off all my hair but that, because everyone that told me to shave my face kind of looked disgusting. Literally, their words, not mine. I was just like, okay, I'll do everything with a mustache. Like, oh my God, it looks worse. I'm like, really? I'm keeping it. Dude, I love it. Yeah, Florida Wayne, thanks for pointing out Nacho Libre, you bastard. Sure, I love you, Lane.
Epic.
But let's get into this. Jenna, you are a grad from Temple. And I did a little introductory earlier, but you're a grad from Temple. What year did you graduate?
2017.
Not too long ago.
Yeah, no, it was the fall.
What was it? Was that during? I was trying to think. Not during. What was that? What was that for your like a bachelor's or anything or?
Jenna, your microphone's going in and out a little bit.
Huh?
There, that sounds better.
Better? Okay.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah. I don't know. Juan's keeping the nice. Thanks. Well, anyway, you said you graduated in 2017 at your bachelor's. Was that for just literature, or what was that for?
Journalism.
Journalism. Okay.
Journalism, yeah.
Anything else beyond that?
Journalism. Is what?
Anything else beyond journalism, or was it strictly journalism?
No, it was just journalism. I kept it. It was a broad enough major that I knew I could really go into anything after that. So it was, you could pick different tracks, but I did mainly multimedia. So like a lot of video editing and like interviewing people and all that fun stuff.
Oh. The fun stuff.
Yeah, you know. This guy knows all about the fun. Sorry, damn it. There we go. This guy knows all about the fun stuff.
I spent a lot of time last night video editing, so.
Oh, that's always fun.
Yeah. We're actually going to premiere one of Luke's videos after this pod tonight.
Yeah, we are. Yeah.
I'm excited. I saw it at like 3 a.m. I'm like, yeah, the people will like this.
That was like an hour after I wrote and shot it too, and edited it. So
it's so funny.
Oh, that's intense.
I literally, so the premise is so I'm down here in Florida staying with my parents, and my dad goes to bed like 8 p.m. And like every time like our family stays here, they're always like, I love being down there, but you gotta tiptoe around like. And I watched A Quiet Place with my dad yesterday, so the whole time I'm watching it, I'm like, fuck, I'm in this movie right now. Like, like this movie is my setting at after 8 p.m. So
I was waiting for like the camera to go up in the ceiling. And your dad was up there for some reason. I was like, oh no,
the suspense. I literally was just like, I'm just gonna make a mock poster from like, the trailer or whatever of it. So I did that, and like it came out really good, and I was just like, maybe I'll just go and film my own thing. Like, and I just did it. I just went out and like was creeping around the house with like, setting up the phone all around the area, filming it. And I'm like, I don't know if this is really dumb or I'm just, really stoned. It was probably both.
It's both, but it's great. Like I enjoyed it immensely, and I was quite sober.
Okay. All right. Cool. All right.
We got two ends of the spectrum.
Yeah, Sweet. It's fantastic. Sweet.
Yeah.
But yeah, you were saying you went for journalism there, Jenna. Now, was writing anywhere in like around that at all, or was that like after you graduated that you did writing and the poetry and all that?
So, I've been writing since probably like 8th grade when my English teacher was like, hey, you're actually good at this. And I was like, what?
I remember.
So that was kind of like my aha moment. And then I always like messed around with stories and stuff and took a bunch of creative writing classes. And then my thoughts with journalism at Temple was it was writing, and I didn't want to be a full English major. So I went and did that and just kind of kept up the writing after. I feel like journalism at Temple kind of pushed me towards working in publishing, which is what I do now, working in book publishing. So.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Now, is it your own book publishing, John, or is it through another company?
No, so I do multiple things. So
let's say many hats on this.
My big girl
over
job.
here.
My big girl job is I work as a marketing executive at Casemate Publishers, which is a publishing house out of Haverford, PA. So it's like I work on all like the trade books from like overseas with like I have books in like Ireland, the UK, dealing with authors over there, kind of getting them media here in the United States. So that's like my big girl job. And then on the side, I run a writing consultant program for like writers who want to write a book, and I sell writing products. I've been doing that with my friend Rachel for about 5 years now. That's Rightly Me.
Shout out Rachel.
Yeah, shout out Rachel. Couldn't have done it without her. And then my nonprofit that is starting up this year, and that is a literary magazine. So that's kind of like writing based towards that I'm running, and the proceeds go to different organizations based on the theme of the magazine. So I'm kind of been doing all those and writing myself. Like I'm a poet. I still write short stories. Kind of laid off on the novel writing, but
yeah, I mean maybe one day get to see a great novel.
Yeah, I'll have it one day. It will.
Be rad. It'll be nonfiction, fiction. Like, what are you looking into getting into there?
Fiction. It's gonna be like dark fiction, maybe
like Twilight. No.
No, wait, stop, because I just got Midnight Sun, which is the new Twilight book that.
Oh God!
Hold on.
No, we don't need to hold on.
It's Edward's point of view.
Get it out of here. I don't need no sparkly vampires. That's good. Yeah, to each their own. It's not mine for sure, but like I can understand its worth for people who like that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, it doesn't. Something about Twilight, Harlequin vampires and humans and interspecies erotica is really not my. Not my.
Yeah, I'm not really into vampire porn, so No,
it's not that pornographic. It's not as pornographic as like 50 Shades of Grey, Luke. I think.
Wow.
I didn't read the books.
It could be. They might have something there.
I don't know, Jenna. Give us the skinny. Is there any vampire porn in Twilight?
No.
Well, there we go.
Not that I know of. Maybe in some fan fiction like website in the universe, I'm sure.
Oh, but I definitely know. there is stuff out there for that, but I didn't know if it was explicit, like, oh, this one scene, totally doing it.
Like, no. It's more like a love story.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a sap.
That's fair. I mean, like, well, speaking of being, what was it, hopeless romantic and everything, let's talk a little bit about, and that's kind of in the middle of the book, but you're saying you're a published author. Let's get into a little bit about the Phoenix from the Ashes.
Okay. So the Phoenix from the Ashes was a chapbook that I wrote back in 2017. I had just left. I was probably like a year out of a very abusive relationship. So I was a year out of that, and I had met someone new, and it was kind of, I don't know, when you've just been crushed and then you have your time of healing and it's like a rebirth of a new person. That's what this book was. Cause you'll see the different sections of it. And the beginning is that hurt, that pain, and then that learning to love again and kind of loving me as a part of the process. And I wrote it with hopes of being able to resonate with other women who are kind of going, or men, anyone going through kind of the same circumstance that I did. So it was kind of my passion project.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
I emphasize that a lot, especially with the those feelings of a lot of it has to deal with the mental abuse. Trying to figure out what happens in a relationship, and if everything you're seeing is true or not, and you after a while you believe it.
Yeah.
But then, like you're saying, like it's a phoenix rising from the ashes. I dig it a lot. I mean, it's a very short read for anyone who wants to get this book. We'll plug it throughout the entire episode here. I read it at least 5 times just to get to kind of get into it and everything, and make sure I actually remember the subject matter. But no, I empathize a lot with a lot of the a lot of the words, a lot of the lines. I mean, some of the illustration was really cool too, even though it was very, very simple. I enjoyed it a lot.
Well, thank you. Yeah, I definitely I don't know, it's like when you're in an abuse situation, like you're saying, it kind of messes with your mind. It kind of leaves you disoriented when you're out of it. It has you like, what's normal, what's not normal. Like you're kind of just in a fog. So it's like really weird when you do like love again, because you have no idea what healthy is. You have no idea what you're doing, and you're kind of fighting your own stuff that you're dealing with. So it kind of helped me work through that and kind of write it out and just learning. Oh, and sorry, I got a little one.
I was just like, are those kids in the background? I'm like, they're not my kids because I don't have
Sarah.
Yo, what's up, Sarah? The drizzle, everyone.
The drizzle, yes.
The drizzle.
Hey, I've known these people, these peeps, my homies, for like, God, I want to say well over a decade by now.
Oh yeah, you've known us since we were like, at least me, awkward teen, going to shows.
Literally, I got out of high school. You guys were getting, well, technically, how we were forming into high school.
Yeah.
It was just so crazy. It was just so weird. I'm like, oh, like these young people. I'm like, what are they?
Oh, shush! You love us.
Oh yeah.
You still talk to us.
Why would I not have you here or talk to you still if I didn't love you? Well, that's where Papa Juan came from. Is these people?
I do you know how many weird looks I get when I go, Papa? We're gonna touch Papa.
I bet. I mean, especially now. If John, if you're listening to this, Daddy. Anyway. The little daddy norms and everything.
I was thinking it while you said it.
No, I saw the look in your eye. I'm like, the people need to make sure John Irick is cringing at all times.
Yeah.
But Luke, you said, sorry, you had something to say?
No, that was, you were reading my mind.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah. My bad. Yeah. I thought you were hinting at something else. My bad, dude.
No, not at all.
Oh my goodness.
So how long did it take you to write the book and like start to finish and put it out, things like that? So
I'm such a perfectionist. It's terrible, especially when it comes to my own writing. I will say it's the biggest thing that holds me back as a writer. So that book, it took me at least 3 months because I had the poems. That was no issue. I had all the poems down. It was getting in the order I wanted and then being happy with the final project, because I know the message I'm trying to get across, but how do I know that even though I know what I'm trying to get across, is that being received by other people? So it was definitely a process with that. So yeah, I would say about 3 months total. I designed it myself. Like I formatted it myself. I made the cover. So there was a lot of.
Oh, so the artwork and everything's you too.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm not gonna take credit for the drawing. I didn't do the drawings.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, I'm like, what? Like, I love how pretty the 3D looks in the front and everything.
I did the assembly.
So important.
Now, did you have the idea of the Phoenix and everything? Was that your idea?
Yeah, that was my idea.
Cool.
It just kind of resonated a lot with me, you know? It kind of felt like I was becoming a new person and was ready to just kind of let go of completely everything that was done in the past.
Right.
So it resonated a lot with me.
Oh, yeah, there is.
Yeah, I feel like it kind of struck a chord with me with the Phoenix because I recently moved to Phoenixville it's like a year and a half now, and it was kind of like a complete changeover switch from my life. You know, it was post-divorce. I had a house with my ex in Birdsboro. I lived there for like 5 years. Like, had a bunch of crazy shit happen, and then kind of like had this like complete fresh start moving to Phoenixville after like, you know, like almost like financial ruin, taking on the house and everything. And so like their like town mascot or whatever is the Phoenix. So it's like very like I've been looking through like Phoenix tattoos lately, and I'm like trying to find something that strikes, you know, like a chord with me. But yeah, because it kind of like I feel like the Phoenix really symbolizes that like that fresh start.
Yeah, it's such a powerful symbolism. And I feel like in life, you have to feel like you are able to have that restart so you can keep going throughout, like, and not be bound by, you know, your experiences. So,
yeah,
it's definitely a powerful symbol.
It's also important to have, like, to acknowledge those times. And you point that out in your in these little short words in this poetry, especially towards the end of it. About how, like, you know, like the light and the dark, they kind of dance with each other and everything. I thought that was really, that's actually one of my favorite parts of the entire, I want to say John. The entire
You can say John.
I know, it's just like, oh God, like, I don't need to say John right now. Everyone knows what a book is, like. But, no, it's very, like, I like the symbolism, but like I was saying before, like the tiptoeing and the understanding, acknowledging the light and the dark, and realizing yeah, that's a past, but it's still, you know, it's still part of you. You know, you don't have to, you know, flourish those colors and kind of like you were saying on the one line was wearing your scars proudly like a warrior.
Yeah, because I feel like outside of the book, that's something I've always struggled in life. Was I have a very light side and I have a very dark side, and they always kind of flow together. I'm never more one than the other, but I hold them both because I'm a very emotional person and I'm a very open person. So it's like, just kind of, it carries me and I carry it. But if I can help people with it, well, then that means the world to me. Like, if I can use what I go through to help other people, that's awesome.
Oh, hell yeah. No, I empathize with that completely. It's just, I mean, you know me, both of you know me. I wear, you know, all my stuff on my sleeve, heart, lungs, stomach, all included. Yeah, it's just like, I think it's really important to be that open, not just to your friends, but to everybody. You know, just have that open dialogue and that honesty off the bat. And that's what I really appreciate about it and everything that the book shows.
Thanks. It means a lot to me.
Yeah.
The light and dark poem in particular, that was because the person I was dating at the time, my ex-fiance, was a very dark, quiet soul, where I was very light. So it was kind of like a play on how I feel on the inside and also how that matches outwardly, because I feel like that's always the type of people I attracted into my life. And it's something that even in being the abusive relationship, it was like, well, here's darkness, and I don't know, kind of the play together.
It sounds like a lot of self-awareness.
Yeah. I always try to be self-aware.
Yeah.
I listen to a lot of Gary Vee, and that's like one of the things he said. Like,
shout out Gary Vee.
Gary Vee. One of the things he says is like, if he could make a drug that made people self-aware, like, he feels like there wouldn't be any problems in the world. Because I feel like that's a lot of, like, when people are aren't self-aware, that's where they're usually reacting through their insecurities.
Mm-hmm.
It's where they're really that's one of the things that really struck a chord with me about that was you're not defined by your past or what's happened in your past. Like or I shouldn't say it. You're not defined. You are defined by it in a way that it's shaped you the way you are. But if you're self-aware and you're happy with yourself, like that's just another brick in the wall that makes you who you are. You know, whether it was something that was really dark and something that you're like, fuck, I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have been in that position. But now you're aware. You've learned that red flag. You know, that's part of who you are. But it's not something that defines who you're going to be.
No, I think it's like you can't control what's going to happen to you in life, but you can control how you respond to it and what you like allow to define you. And I think that's what defines you is what you choose to do with the cards you're being dealt.
Yep. Yeah. You don't always you don't have control over the things that happen to you in life, but the one thing that you can try to control is how you react to it.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. And
it can roll them punches, son.
Yeah, and if you do it the right, well, there's not a right or wrong way, but if you do the healthiest way that's truest to yourself, it's going to build you up more than you can even imagine.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. A lot of it. Oh, what's up, Brandon? How you doing, bud?
Yeah, bud.
Like, we all have done self-discovery, or even just recently, you know, with separation and everything. Something I always struggle with myself, you know. We talked about in the past, like, you know, mental health awareness and everything, and just keeping in tune with that, not lying to yourself. Like, you know, at the end of the day, you have to be with yourself. So if you're like trying to put on this facade or this tough face just because it makes someone else feel better or more comfortable to be around you, like that's not helping you at the end of the day. And I had to learn that the hard way the past few years, especially. You know, whether it's from like me ousting out people that were trying to help me, or like, you know, not taking that advice, like, hey, Juan, maybe you should stop having like another Arby's sandwich. You know, all those different types of self-awareness and self-constraints. You need to like reel yourself in there a little bit, you know, no matter how, you know, obtuse or, you know, introspective it might be.
Yeah, you're definitely right.
But, what was it? Actually, if you don't mind, do you mind if I actually read that passage that I like?
Yeah, you go ahead.
Yeah. All right, folks. I'm going to read a passage here from. You can't read that. Okay, look at that. It is the behind. That's a little mirroring. Phoenix of the Ashes by Jenna Facenda. Let's see.
Story time with Papa Juan.
Papa, yes, could that be a thing?
It could be. Get more authors on here for sure. I've reached out to a bunch of people since this since we having it on here.
Scooch closer, children. Scooch closer.
Should I try doing it in Sam Elliott's voice?
Yes.
Scooch on here, bitch, Sonny. I'm gonna learn you something today. It was definitely in the 30s. There we go, because it has the ballerina. Sorry, the pirouette. The girl I was meant to be is from this. It's towards the end of this this small passage here. Both light and dark dance along to the same tune in my soul. The dark embodies my playful side. It sets me free to fly with the birds and uncovers my lusts, sensual emotions, and I'm dripped in ecstasy. The light peels back my petals, blossoming the most cherished parts of me. It paints a future on the basis of my dreams, grab my hand and enlightening me. I'm not one without the other. Both the light and the dark, they dance inside of me. And that's, honest to God, my favorite John. my favorite John.
John.
I'm like, I'm so lost for words. Now the crown's hitting me. But no, I love that passage so much. So thank you for that, Jenna.
No, I love it too. It still resonates with me to this day. It's very much me.
I'm also reading the comments. Like, always doing these live shows, like, oh, I gotta read comments, gotta respond, gotta do this. And I was like, oh, running out of tacos. I would agree. It does look like you're.
I lost sound, guys. Hold on.
You lost sound? Oh no! We can still hear you though.
We can hear you.
I don't know if
you can hear us.
Okay, technical difficulties here, folks. Oh no!
How about them Eagles? Oh shit!
They don't exist. I don't know. Is football? I mean, not that I care about it because all I give a shit about is wrestling and hockey. But is football even a thing right now?
I don't know. I'm about ready to watch like hacky sack leagues or like cornhole or something like that. You know, does Philly have a cornhole league?
They actually do. have a cornhole league because my cousin was in it. Not Philly. He was the one chapter for. Also, Jenna's going to come back out and come back in to see if changes her audio.
That's what I was going to suggest.
Yeah. But yeah, I know they have their own cornhole league, their own beer pong, and like the flip cups. They a whole like triathlon essentially of beer Olympics. But the craziest one, besides ultimate frisbee, I think, and like all disc golf and all that crap, is probably hacky sack. There was a legit.
Can you hear us?
Yeah. This is what we do when we make things better.
Brendan said hockey's happening.
I know hockey's happening. Sorry, if I didn't say that, my bad. I've been watching that shit every day since Saturday, and I cannot get enough of it. Let's go Flyers! Freaking, what was it, 5-2 on the Sunday? Loving it.
Yeah, those guys will take a stick to the face. They don't care about COVID.
Oh, dude, they were joking. It's like, if we all get it, can we still play?
Yeah.
I was like, I mean, you guys are losing the point, but I love the candor. It was so great. But I forget, where were we? Oh, the passage there for towards the end of it, talking about light and dark, actually goes a lot with some of the Sunblind themes too. So I joined Sunblind after the album and everything was already written. But Luke's the lyricist of this band, and he also tiptoes a lot of that, like, you know, talking about ghosts and your past and everything, or talking about like trying to get like get that courage and that vigor inside of you to like make change and everything, and the kind of the same tones and themes of dancing with light and darkness inside yourself.
Yeah, I mean, I wrote it, like literally straight out of coming out of divorce. So it was a lot about like that internal struggle and looking back and reflecting on like who I was as a person. What can I change? Because, you know, you can never look at a relationship and say like, okay, this person was completely wrong. There's always, you know, I'm not that much of a dumbass to be able to say that. Like, there's, you know, like, but I think that's it. Real, like, talking about your book, it really strikes chord with what I wrote with our last release, which was very much about that internal struggle of like self-awareness, becoming who you are, and what it's like to be when you're in a situation where you're not allowed to be who you are.
Yeah.
And like how much you feel it in your gut, like that it's just wrong. And I think that's like one of the things that I give my friends a lot of advice when they're dating somebody and they are feeling more depressed, you know, than when they were alone. And I think that's one of the things is like, it's a sign of just an unhealthy relationship. If, you know, a lot of people start to ignore their gut, and I did it for years, you know, ignoring your gut, ignoring the red flags. And it's just kind of like coming to terms with like how long you suppressed that. You know, it takes a toll on you mentally. So, you know, one of the things I didn't, just like you said, dating after coming out of a really unhealthy relationship.
I can't even imagine that.
It's not easy.
Yeah. Like this only slow song we have on the album is called Let You In. And it's about the first time I basically had sex after being married or being with somebody for 8 years. And like, I waited months and months because I was like, I'm definitely like, I need to figure out shit in my head before I like even like get intimate or like comfortable with somebody. And like, that was something I decided for myself. Like, just it's how I function.
Yeah, like, no, it's a very responsible thing, man. You gotta worry about worry about your thoughts and your emotions at the end of the day.
Yeah, and especially like just to be respectful to females' thoughts and emotions, just because, you know, I didn't want, like, if I'm not ready to be in a serious relationship, and yeah, like, you know, so that's what that song is a lot about. It's a lot about that, like, that internal struggle dialogue of letting somebody in but not letting them in, and you know, as much as you say you're ready and you've prepared yourself, like actually doing, you know, like having that relationship in whatever way it is, like you're not really prepared until you're prepared, you know, like, and like you'll like it was kind of like one of those things where it was like I started, you know, being very intimate with somebody that I cared about, and you're separating those emotions behind the physical touch and the physical like sexual like experience, and you're used to it being very deep and very like all in, and you have to remind yourself like that's not what this is anymore. Like this, like, so it's like it fucks with your head no matter whether you're ready for it or not.
I hate that though so much because I'm such a sap. One of the things I love about myself is I'm an all-in type of person. I'm very like, that's what I love about me. And the more situations I go through, I honestly have a struggle where I'm trying not to become jaded. I'm not saying I'm perfect because it is difficult to like heal and go through that. And I found situations where I was like, this is not me. I don't like this. Like, I love that this is feeling deep with someone, but it is honoring that healthy thing. I feel like as long as you heal yourself, getting into the next relationship is not going to be easy because when you start dating, it's when your stuff kind of comes to surface because it's forcing you to look at it and deal with it. Mm-hmm. And you can't avoid it. You can be alone for as long as you like, but it's still going to come up. Like so it's just working through that. And I think it's just really important of making sure it's the right person. I feel like when you go through stuff, especially something to where you feel like you said, you couldn't be you, that stays with you. And as long as you heal yourself and make sure it's the right person, so you can learn to love again. Like,
oh wait, look at that! That's in the book, Phoenix from the Ashes. Catch it on Amazon because it's not an Audible thing yet, right? Or will ever be an Audible thing? I'm about to say, I'm like, it's short, but I think it'd be great to get like a nice voiceover work on that, and have it out there for people.
I was just gonna say, I might know somebody who could do a voiceover for you.
I would love if you want to. I'm about to say, I'm like over here.
I would do it.
Yeah, I would love to do voiceover work. We'll talk more about that later after the pad, or show, whatever this is. This gathering of things. And great peoples. But yeah, man, you just gotta love each other a little, be more gentle with each other, just overall. Especially now more than ever. Like, I was super depressed. I'll be honest, straight up, I was super depressed during all this shit. Not being able to see my friends, not being able to have contact with people anymore, like, and just having that sinking feeling of being alone. When like I'm not alone, I'm a dingus. I'm talking to you guys right now virtually, and it's so rad. And even then, like, I can like do video game stuff online with my friends or play guitar with my friends online. Still, there's always some way to do something with my friends, even though we're at a distance. And I don't know, it's kind of luxury of like being alive right now, but it's definitely helped me like realizing that more, like definitely more recently. But I should have realized that sooner. That I had, even though everyone's so far apart, we're still in this together. Like it's crazy. Like how dumb I can emotionally be.
Sorry, Juan, if you want me to start messaging you every day and bugging you, I can do that.
Oh, I got no problem with that, man. Just hit me up, during business hours, 9 a.m. and 9 p.m.
I got you.
Yeah, you can be up whenever. I'm usually up till like 5 in the morning.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah,
it's true. He's got me out of some emotional pickles before.
Oh, dude, thank you. I was like, what did I? Oh, yeah, we have talked before.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, you haven't. You're oh, right. I'm an idiot. I'm forgetting the crown.
Yeah.
Crown's getting in my crown, dude. No, anyway.
I think one of the huge things that, especially when we're talking about people trying to heal from past relationships or whatever it might be, whatever it is, I can see like I always suggest to people, or my advice is therapy. And I say it doesn't necessarily mean a therapist. If a therapist helps, please. Like,
hell yeah.
Like for me, it wasn't something that jives with me, but I feel like for some people it works really well. But when I say therapy, like for me, it was music. It was like writing, and I'm sure I could tell. Like for you, it was coming out on the other end and like writing about it. And we had one of our friends. He wrote like almost like a review of our last album, and he basically said like this album is more of like an autobiography of like Luke's life, because he was divorced 4 years before me. So like when I came out of it, he was kind of just recovering after like 4 years. and he was kind of shocked at how fast like I was processing and like and dealing with the emotions and like everything of it. Just because he's a lot slower with that stuff. But I think the entrepreneur, like business owner in me is is what helped with the like, okay, this is what we're doing now, so we're going with it. Stop looking back. Like looking back hurts your fucking neck, so don't.
Yep. That's me. I can relate completely.
Yeah. Yeah.
What was it? Actually, Brandon has a great point. Meeting new people is hard as hell right now. But I think it's crazy that like apps like Plenty of Fish, Tinder, and all that, they're doing the virtual dating stuff. Mm-hmm. So I actually went through one recently. Did you also do this recently, Luke? Do a virtual dating?
I was gonna say, ladies, it's really hard to meet people right now. But we know a very good-looking bachelor named Brandon Forsyth.
Oh, yeah, right, of course. Shout out to Brandon Forsyth.
Slide into those DMs. You won't be disappointed. Mm-hmm. I never am by him.
He will give you the foresight that you need.
Oh my god!
I thought that was going somewhere completely different.
He's gonna give you the dicking that you need. The Charles Dickens. Speaking of books. Anyway, God, I had another terrible like dad joke to go with that. I'm gonna stop while I'm ahead. I was gonna say, oh yeah, we get a little tour of the Manny Young pad now.
Yeah, you're getting my charger.
Yeah, you got that charger.
I'm back to my couch.
And she's going back to the couch.
You can see the cat.
Yeah, I saw the cat. What's that cat's name?
Patches.
Patches? Like Patches O'Houlihan?
You can tell here.
This is Patches O'Houlihan here. Remember the 3 rules of dodgeball is dodge, duck, and dodge.
Oh, there's 5. There's 5 rules.
Oh, that was too many. I'm too tired for 5.
Oh, dude, you messed up the classic quote. Dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge.
I think he died recently.
I don't know if he did, because he was in Men in Black too, wasn't he? Isn't that Tommy Lee Jones or some shit?
No.
Oh wait, nope, that wasn't it. Different guy.
Yeah, it's the guy who was like that ahead, like above him or whatever.
Yes, that's it. I was like, wait a minute, no, Tommy Lee is with Will Smith. Like,
yeah. No, I think he passed away like a couple weeks into COVID.
Fuck. How many more people is this fucking year gonna take from me?
Yeah. I mean,
dude, like so many like dope celebs, dope people, or just crazy shit happening in general. I hope 2021 it just starts off with like, hey guys, unicorns are real.
I mean, but they say death and tacos and taxes are the only things that are for sure in life.
I don't know, man. We could be running into a little. I don't know if you read that thing recently about the whole beef shortage. We might have some problems with tacos sometime in the near future when it comes to beef. I'm sorry.
Conspiracy theories.
Conspiracy theories. Environmental stuff and methane from cows and all that great shit.
So now you're getting too deep for me. I was just trying to make a joke.
I'm kidding. I read it. I was like, I couldn't be more sadder about them poor cows. But
pork, man, pork.
Yeah, or just plant-based stuff, which I'm still trying for the love of God. Holy crap!
Or pug mixes.
Eating a pug? What? I don't know the nutritional value, but like if you want to give me some tips and tricks how to cook my pug, Luke.
No. I don't know. He's staring at me, so that was my jab at Shiloh.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Koi, because no wait, Koi's not a pug. Yeah, Koi's a pug, right? Pug mix.
Yeah, they're both
okay,
pug
I'm gonna say just lift them up in a briefcase and just bring them into the show.
Yeah, I guess I didn't tell Jenna like I have pug mixes. Like I don't just randomly try to cook pugs, but
okay,
no, that's not his thing. It's not a side hustle in the Sunblind world.
I wasn't gonna.
These are tough, but not that tough.
No. That pug meat company just did not go very far.
What was it? So to derail from the reality and everything that we were all talking about in the existential crises. So there's this book. You also said that you had the nonprofit earlier and everything. What are you working on currently, or what's coming down the pipeline here for Jenna Facenda Incorporated?
So
there he is, Shiloh. Everyone say hi to Shiloh, the good boy. Look at that tail.
Oh, he's just trying to get to my butternut squash.
Oh yeah.
Oh, really?
That's his thing.
Yeah.
I didn't realize he eats vegetables.
I know, right?
Well, there's like butter mixed into it, so he will.
Butter does make the difference. Just take him by his briefcase, dude, and just take him back down.
So Juan, I was telling my dad that today. So Jenna, I spent like 2 weeks, a little over 2 weeks down here in June, and I've been keeping the harnesses on my dogs. It was the first time I'd ever taken them like more than I think an hour away anywhere, and we did a 2-day trip to Florida, and so I always had the harnesses on because my dad doesn't have a fenced-in yard here, so I have to walk him every time I have to go to the bathroom. And when I came back, I kept it on, and my roommates were like, "Why are you keeping the harnesses on?" And my dog Koi started screaming at something outside, and I just grabbed him by the handle and lifted him up, and I was like, "No!" And I was like, "This is why." And they're like, "That's brilliant."
Dog suitcases.
Yeah, my dogs have handles.
That's great.
My
But oh yeah, that's what we're talking about. Yeah, what's coming up in in your world and everything? Anything new?
I guess talk about. I've been writing a lot in COVID. I'm mainly focusing on my nonprofit right now, but I did finish a chapbook. I'm in the process of querying it, so any small Philadelphia literary presses, holler back at me.
Shout out small Philadelphia literary presses.
I would love it to be a small Philly lit press. I love our small presses here in Philly, the publishing houses. They're great, and I would love to work with them. So that's
one of them Blue Marble books that you worked with in the past, or is that just
no? That's a bookstore, a Big Blue Marble bookstore.
Okay.
No, I'll give a shout out to Joshua 30 West Publishing House. He's awesome. That's my buddy.
Oh, yeah. Shout out Josh.
Yeah, he's got a lot of great books there. But no, there's a lot of great presses in Philly, man. I would love to get in there. Small presses, they really care for their authors, and it's just really great. Very supportive here in Philly. So I worked on that. It's called From the Other Side of the Grave. It was written for my fiance who passed away back in November. So going through shit and writing again, and then and then just my nonprofit, which we were talking about mental health earlier, and that's mainly what my nonprofit's about. It's a literary magazine. It's called Eclipse Lit. We'll have the first issue coming out in spring. Submissions will be opening soon. The first theme is sorrow. So if anyone wants to submit any great writing, pictures, photography, anything that really resonates in that realm, all proceeds will be going to the American American Suicide Prevention Foundation.
There are a lot of them that have the words flipped and everything.
Yeah.
I knew what you were talking about. We've posted their stuff on here a few times.
Yeah, so that's the first organization we will be benefiting. So
that's what's up. Yeah, that's one definitely near and dear to my heart with someone who struggled with that. I mean, not just when I was very young, but as an adult, just having those fleeting thoughts. So it'd be really, any way also that we can be a part of it, just let us know, any help here. If you want us to keep, shouting out those handles and everything, social media, whatever you need, just let us know.
Definitely. I'll definitely be sending things as things go further on. If you could just shout out, let people know. We'll be only surviving off of donors. So donations are really, really big. So once that opens, I will definitely be giving you information on that. My goal with it just really resonates with me. I want to help people who are struggling. Mental health is such a serious issue, and where I find help in writing, other people find that help in art and other different avenues in that same realm, and I just want to give an outlet for it while helping other people. So very near and dear to my heart.
Oh, hell yeah. No, snaps for days on that. Yeah, that whole extension and just just wanting to help people, and just you want to have that, we'll strike a chord to someone else, and that fire keeps on going from there. So that's so rad to me.
Thanks.
Maybe we should try to team up with. We've been talking about doing a music video for Knowing the Bravest. Maybe we should team up for suicide prevention.
That's right. Knowing the Bravest. Yeah, you want to give a little detail about that song real quick? Because I'm not sure if Jenna, if you listen to or know of any of our stuff, but that's actually, not to say I enjoy this story, but like, you know, the whole background and everything for knowing the Bravest is, when Luke told me it, that was really, really cool stuff. I mean, powerful stuff.
You know, I want to hear. What's the background?
So one of my best friends from college served in the military. He did, I want to say, like 5 tours. Mm-hmm. A couple in Kirkuk, a couple in Afghanistan, and when he came back, when he was assimilating back into basically society, he was doing all right. And at some point, with a breakup of a girlfriend that he had, you know, she was cheating on him, and he ended up walking into the bar she was in, shot her, and then shot himself. And it was like right after my ex and I had split, and I had talked to him like initially when I was calling my friends and letting them know what was going on and trying to meet up with people and see people I hadn't seen. And he was it was hard to get a hold of him, which like he was never like that. We always, you know, we'd always like chat. Like if either one of us texted each other, it was like, bam, like we'd respond right away. And I didn't hear from him for a while. And then that happened like July 3rd, 2015. So yeah, so we have a song called Knowing the Bravest, which is kind of like about, you know, losing a friend. And I've been wanting to do a music video that will do it justice. Like I kind of want to honor like his military background. But I want it to be like one of those things where like a lot of our friends are involved, because it's very much about like, you know, saying I love you and like, you know, really appreciating like having the people that are in your life like on a daily basis. So it's something I'm like, I've probably been mulling over in my head, and it's probably something I should try to collaborate with somebody on, just like to feed off of that ideas of that theme. So if you want to do like a music video, we can help it for like raising money for stuff like that.
Yeah,
like,
dude,
I love that. That'd be awesome.
With that, or like I know there's like an organization that helps with tries to help for mental illness with people who are ex-military or ex-whatever, you know, Navy, Marines, all that stuff to help with PTSD and help them assimilate themselves in the workplace, rather than just saying, hey, like you're an adult, here you go to the thralls of regular society now.
Yeah, and that was the problem. Was I don't think he was getting the help that he needed through the VA. You know, when he needed, yeah. So I don't know the exact specifics on that part of it, but I just do know that he needed help and he wasn't getting it. So
it's important stuff, man. Like even beyond that, like if you know you need help, like never be afraid to just put that out there. Just you never know who anybody. You never know who's actually going to be out there. Get that hand and they'll grab you back in there.
Yeah, and that's one of the things I think it really pushes with me. Coming out of a really unhealthy relationship, it really made me value the relationships I had with friends even more. Mm-hmm. Just because it's like the chorus says, you never know when your friends are going to go home.
That hooks. Oh, dude, the melody on that I've always loved. You know, just shout out to my own band and everything. But he wrote it. And I always liked that. It's always one of my favorite tracks to play live.
Yeah, whether it's live acoustic or like full band.
Oh yeah, it's good.
It's always one of those songs that like people that kind of have an inkling about it, like always come up and say something like, "Wow," like that when they figure out the lyrics or they know the lyrics.
Yeah, and now we have it out there for everyone to now know the background behind that, which is rad.
Yeah.
The power of writing. I love that. It's important. It is so important. And it's something that's a topic that people really kind of shy away from. It's an uncomfortable topic. Don't really know how to deal. Most people know how to deal with it, you know? But I would love to collaborate with something like that. That sounds amazing. Really amazing.
Yeah, I think that's the problem is people feel like they're alone. And it's one thing I like tell my friends that are going through stuff like that is like, there's really nothing new underneath the sun. Like you might feel like, and I feel like that's where like we almost internalize ourselves, and that's where self-awareness comes in really handy, is like you feel like you're the only person that's going through this, that nobody else knows, but like honestly there's hundreds of thousands of people out there that have gone through, like, yeah, your situation's unique in the way it is, but there are people out there that have gone through very similar situations, and like empathize and they can talk you through it. They can vent. They'll care about what you have to say. Like they understand like the emotion you're feeling.
Oh yeah.
So like don't feel like you're alone, because if you seek help, you'll find it.
Oh yeah.
If you don't, it's a lot harder.
Yeah, that goes for anyone out there listening to this, watching to this. Even if we may not know you, or even have an inkling of how knowing us, maybe even Jenna, she wants to extend this too.
I will.
But the Bread and Butter Boys, we're here. If you guys want to, DM us for something non-inappropriate this time. If you just need to just talk to somebody or talk it through, or just get those resources you might need, because even though we all have Google and we can look this stuff up, sometimes you just feel so lost you don't know where to go. And I've been through enough shit. Luke, you've been through plenty, I'm sure. I mean, we talked about it here before. Where you can definitely give a little bit of some inkling of guidance to somebody, or at least just be that ear that someone needs.
Yeah.
Or those eyes, depending on the way you look at it.
Yeah. Right.
But as we're, I say this every time, every damn time. When I'm afraid we're not going to fill up an hour, here we are. It is 8:01. There are a few other things I wanted to go over, but Luke, did you have anything else you wanted to bring up? What we have Jenna here, or anything that you were curious about?
What's the next thing you're doing right now that you're going to be plugging right off the bat?
I guess besides the nonprofit next year, the nonprofit next year, right? The 2021 spring.
Yeah, I'll be promoting the nonprofit heavy starting in fall, because I want people to submit, send your stuff, and also getting donors up. It's a good question.
What is next for Miss Jenna Facenda?
I think it's time for me to focus on myself as a writer versus the businesswoman that I am. Because as much as I run my business and love my full-time job, definitely very appreciative, love my nonprofit, I think it's time to get back to the roots of why I started it all. So definitely myself, guys. Slam poetry is something that I've been working on learning. I've been working, been to some open mics, especially during COVID. They have these virtual open mics, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, I saw the one. I was going to go into it, but then I realized that I needed to do something else at that time. I'm like, well, crap. So I had to switch from that to a different show.
Oh, I totally fangirled. So it's called WAN Poetry. And big fan.
Oh yeah,
the performers.
They're so good. They did a collaboration with Button Poetry too.
Yes, which is also my fangirl Button. I'm such a fangirl with both of those. I've been watching their videos for years. So the WN Poetry had an open mic and I performed, and I was like, this is it. So I honestly think slam poetry for me, just working on my writing and sending things out. That awesome. Will be heavily what I'll probably be promoting next.
Have you ever gotten down to Phoenixville for I know there's a lot of writers, and there's a bunch of collectives, but also Steel City does a poetry thing one Sunday every month, maybe two.
So I used to work at Steel City coffee shop. I was barista there for a little bit.
How long ago?
This is probably last year, winter last year, I would say.
Okay.
It was short-lived. But I was a member and have worked with the lovely ladies of the Creative Light Factory up there.
Katie?
Love them. Yep, I love them to death. They're amazing. Nice. What they're doing is so great. It's such a great space, especially because everything writing is normally more towards Philly. So to kind of see it out that way is amazing. So
yeah, I went to college with Katie.
Yeah. Okay. She's great. They've been very nice. I've taught some writing workshops up there, and
that's awesome.
I like them. They're great. People check out that space. Creative Light Factory.
Yeah. Bam, bam, bam. Creative Light Factory. Shout out. What was it? Speaking of works and everything, things you want to shout out, what have you? Have any of your favorite books or favorite recent works or anything that you want to plug out there? It can be local, it could be not local, it could be as far back as Emily Dickinson if you want to go that far back. But I was always curious, what actually inspires you a little bit or influences a little.
So my favorite author is Ellen Hopkins. I think she'll always have an influence in all of my work. She writes her novels in poetic stanza form, but it is a story, and it's always dark, realistic writing. So she definitely influences my work. But favorite book? It's
hard. I know. No, you can come back to that some other time. It's cool. I was just curious if you it's like, oh no, hands down, this is what shaped me.
I could say that about like so many books. I will plug for my job. People, please read Queen of Coin and Whispers. It comes out in September. Really great book. Queen of Coin and Whispers.
That sounds rad as
hell. Helen. And I can spell her last name for you.
Corcoran? Or
yes.
Corcoran? Okay, cool.
If anyone from Casemate listens to this, I should get a pat on the back. I'm a good employee. It's a bomb book.
Word. I'm excited to check that out. I've been just looking for stuff to read in general besides I'll get to something ridiculous to close this out in a second. But I've been not listening. I'm a dingleberry. Hold up a second. What was the book? Rock Bottom at the Renaissance, an emo kid's journey through falling in and out of love in and with New York City by Mike Henenberger. Awesome book that I just picked up. It's literally the same stuff we're talking about, dealing with depression, relationship stuff, but in New York City. So God knows even know what that comes with. And it's this dude who gets really inspired and picks himself up, not only with falling in love with someone else, but with the bands he grew up with, which, crazy enough, he mentions The Dangerous Summer and The Wonder Years as huge influences.
Huh.
Really? So yeah, there's actually on Spotify, there's a playlist that goes with the book, so you can read and listen to the music as you're reading the book in a certain cadence. For me, I'm learning how to speed read, so I'm going way past the chapters that the music's playing behind me, but really cool book that I've liked recently. Lou, you haven't been reading anything lately, or just been checking out stuff out online, like or Audible or anything like that?
I've not. I listen to a lot of podcasts. I watch a lot of video. That's usually how I consume content, especially for my industry, for marketing. But I have been listening to a lot of The Dangerous Summer this trip. That's been my my vibe while I've been down here.
Have you got to listen to the new stuff at all yet, or no?
Yeah, actually, AJ just sent me some links to they started their own record label.
Oh, word.
Molly Water Music.
Oh,
so
shout out Molly Water Music.
Yeah, they left. I don't remember what label they were on, but they left our label and he started their own.
I think they just got signed to Hopeless 2 years ago.
They were on Hopeless
because they were on tour with Have Mercy for a hot minute before COVID.
Yeah. So I think the lead singer of Have Mercy is releasing solo stuff on.
I didn't realize it was with them. I saw
with AJ. Maybe we can get him here on the show.
Oh.
in the next couple of months or weeks or whatever. So we'll see.
That'd be rad as hell, man. That'd be real. Permanent Rain's my John, so I would love to talk about that track. But as we're rounding it down here, something fun that I found out today. Did you know that Emily Dickinson has a lot to do with Pokemon?
Wait, what?
It sounds ridiculous.
Can you elaborate?
Yeah, so I just wanted to kind of finish off this because I think this is great, great way to make things a little light at the end of this. Because Emily Dickinson uses common meter. And Pokemon is also, it's a very simple track where it's a common meter, certain set of syllables and everything. Apparently, you can take any of her works and do it to the original Pokemon theme song.
I'm going to have to try that now when I get off this. I hope you realize that.
You can go ahead and try it. I'm going to show it to y'all right now, just for shits and giggles. Actually, I think it's the first time we actually legitimately are going to put a cover here on the Bread or Butter Boys.
Is it copyrighted music?
I mean, I'm not singing. I'm just singing.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, I'm not even singing. I'm just gonna be shouting off these words and everything. It's not gonna be like full blown. No, I'm not that prepared. Where it's like I got the song, just doing all that.
Well, Facebook shut us down last time we played other people's music.
We played NF for some reason. We played a music video that was copyrighted. This, I don't think anyone's doing this right now online.
All right, hit us, Papa Juan.
All right, cool.
Papa Juan.
Because I could not stop for death, he kindly stopped for me. The carriage held but just ourselves in immortality. We slowly drove, he knew no haste, and I had to put away my labor and my leisure too for his civility. Pokemon, and that's
This is going to be the hidden track on our next album.
Oh yeah, dude. I love Emily Dickinson, and two, I was just like, oh yeah, this is so up my alley. So I needed to share this with everybody.
That's awesome.
Oh yeah, you still chilling on that butternut squash, dude?
I'm only taking like 2 bites.
I mean, you could have just been like, "Oh, sorry guys, technical difficulties gone underneath." Oh, what's up, CJ?
Yeah, you're popping in.
Hey, what's up, bud?
What's up, dude?
And he's gone.
And he's gone. Yeah.
The shy guy. But yeah, after that fun ridiculousness, anything else you want to shout out here, Jenna? Any socials? Anything else you want to get out here?
You guys have all my links. Just thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Of course.
No, thanks for taking the time out. I'm glad we were able to do this after talking about it not for so long, but it's been a long time coming to get this out there.
Yeah, it's all good. It happened.
Yeah. But I don't know, Luke, we got anything to shout out? Anything coming up for the band or for Bread and Butter Boys?
I mean, hopefully once I get back to the Northeast and become a Yankee again, we can get some recordings. I use that joke down here in the South like all the time because like they think in the Yankee like terms, like up north people are like Yankees and you're like the baseball team.
Yeah,
like, what? I'm like I have never heard anyone use that.
It's so
you come south, they'll be like, oh, you're a Yankee. I'd be like, I guess.
What I do in the privacy of my room is between me and the good Lord Jesus. All right.
That's why I put a cover over my camera in the room.
I mean, no joke. Bam. Privacy. Yep. Privacy. But no, coming up actually almost every week. Now my dude Mike Banny, he'll have me on his Game Train Twitch stream. We playing Dauntless. I'll be acting just as ridiculous, if not more ridiculous, than I already am here, because I'll be trying to beat down behemoths. You can catch me and my friend Mike, I think every other week or every week. I'm not sure what we're going to be doing. But we'll be playing Dauntless from 7 o'clock till about 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time on Mondays. But also check out his Twitch handle. I think it is the DDMG Train. If I've said that wrong, whatever, I'll put the actual link out soon. But yeah, little things like that coming up. More podcast action with my friend Matt Kelly. That'll be coming up in the next few months. And I think eventually we're going to be setting up actually an episode with, oh my goodness, his sister and Kat. I forget the name of the podcast now. My favorite episode of. We'll be setting up an interview with them. So instead of having 3 people, we're going to have 5 on the train. And I have no idea how it's going to work. So it's going to be even better chaos than what we already used to.
I don't know how that works.
We're going to find out. If not, they're going to share one damn screen, and I don't care. You go right down to Matt Kelly's house. You say hi to his mom. And you're going to fucking record this episode together. Squinch.
Can you do one favor for me?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Can you scream, Mom, the meatloaf, halfway through the podcast?
I can do that now. My mom is right upstairs.
Oh, perfect. Cool.
I mean, I'll do that it's in this microphone. It's going to sound loud as hell. But as we round this out, because I am out of my alcoholic drink. And Luke, you're almost out of butternut squash.
I'm not even close to being out. So I need to...
But thanks, everybody, for tuning in to the Bread and Butter Boys this evening. The Butternut Squash Boys. And Jenna, thanks for coming on and everything. We do appreciate you. Love you guys. I love having you all here.
Yeah, let's make something happen with that music video idea.
Yeah,
let's chat.
We'll talk.
I mean, you're only like 20 minutes away, so
yeah, not terribly far at all. We'll figure it out, guys. But much love to everyone. Have a great night. Be safe. Wear your fucking masks. Wash your fucking hands. And as always, tune again at some point in the near future. The Bread and Butter Boys.
Have a good night, guys. That just sounded like like in the microphone.
I just want to see if she heard it, so she comes down.